Hello my dear students and my wonderful students and good morning everyone. And today we are going to have a very interesting session and we are going to talk about something truly amazing and that is traveling. So today's topic is traveling. So for this I'm going to call a student named Himanshu and he is going to share his experiences of traveling, what he has experienced yet, because he is really fond of traveling. So in today's session we are going to talk about something truly amazing and that is all about traveling. So are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? So, I'm going to call Mr. Himanshu. Please come on podium and share your experience regarding traveling with your friends and with me as well. Please come on podium. So, we have Himanshu here and Himanshu is going to share his experience of traveling, that what he has experienced yet. So, in today's session, we guys are going to talk about something interesting about traveling. And I want to know Himanshu's experience about traveling. So, what he has experienced, what kind of places he has gone to, and what he has experienced, what he has eaten, what kind of people he meets, and all these things we will talk about. So, before he says anything about traveling, before he shares his experience about traveling, I would like to put my opinions about traveling, what I have experienced yet. So, would you like to hear me and would you like to know my experiences of traveling, guys? Sure. So, students, to my mind, traveling means going to new places and exploring different parts of the world. It's like an adventure where we get to see and experience things what we have never seen before. Whenever we travel, we can visit beautiful mountains, beaches, and cities. We can try new foods that taste delicious and completely different from what we are used to. Whenever we meet people from different cultures, we get to know their culture, we get to know what is their way of life. So it's like discovering a whole new world that is full of interesting things. What we think about the traveling is all about having fun and taking selfies and taking pictures, but traveling is more than that. Traveling is more than that. Because traveling is not about having fun and taking selfies and pictures. Traveling plays a very important role. Very important role because of traveling, you learn and grow. We become open-minded and understanding. So, traveling, what I think, the cool thing about the traveling is, whenever you travel, traveling creates memories that last a lifetime. You know, the friends you have made along the way, the amazing sights you saw, and the funny moments you shared. So this is the cool thing about traveling. So as I told you that I'll add only a few lines about the traveling because Himanshu is going to say something about the traveling because he's going to share his experience with you. I'm not going to share my experiences, but I'm just going to tell you only a few lines about the traveling, that what I have experienced. So the cool thing is that what I have told you, that whenever we visit any places, we take selfies and we share funny moments with each other. So this is the cool thing. The amazing sights, what we have seen, we share with our friends. The friends we have made all along the way. So this is the cool thing that I have here, that I have noticed here and that I have experienced here. So my advice is for you, let's dream big and think about all the places you would like to visit someday, because traveling is like a magical door that opens up the world to us. So all I want to say, let's dream big, let's be curious and let's be explorers, because when you have a chance to travel, you get a lot of experience and you are staying at home, you are not going anywhere. You are just staying at home. You are not going to talk anyone. You are not going to meet anyone. You do not know the culture of the people. You do not know what kind of food they are having. You do not know what kind of living style they are living. You really don't know that whatever they do, that is completely different than us. So when you travel, you get a lot of chance to get the experience. You get to know the culture. You get to know what kind of food they eat. You get to know these are some temples. These are some beautiful beaches. These are some beautiful cities. These are some beautiful mountains. Because life is very short. So all I can say one thing, if you have a chance to travel any place, let's visit that. Let's visit that. Try to meet people because there are a lot of successful people, they say only one thing, we are successful because of we travel a lot. So many successful persons, they don't have enough time to travel, but whenever they get chance, they travel a lot. Because they get to know the communication of the people. They get to know where they are living, what is their living standard, what kind of lifestyle they are living, what is their culture, what kind of food they eat. So a lot of things we get to know. So this is the particular thing that everybody experiences in his life whenever somebody gets a chance to travel anywhere. So now it's high time for Himanshu that he will share his experience of traveling. So I'm going to give this chance to Himanshu, what he says. Let's understand that. Let's listen to him very carefully, what he says and in which manner he says. So Himanshu, You are really fond of, as you have told me earlier, that you are really fond of traveling, and you have traveled so many places. So we want that you share your experiences of traveling, what you have experienced here. Please share your experience with everyone, and just tell what you have experienced. Okay, Himanshu, start.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
Hello, good morning everyone, and very good morning Harsh Verma sir. Thank you so much giving me this opportunity to speak in front of them and sharing my experience about the traveling. So I'm gonna share about my first solo trip. So in 2018, when I was a college student, so I don't have too many things to do. So I mostly watch travel blogs. Like, how cool is that? They're traveling so many places and so many other places, and feel free to explore the world. So that time I decided I also do traveling. Then somehow I am not do traveling at that time. So in 2019, I'm associated with Reliance, and then we all know that what happened in 2020 and 21. COVID happened, and we all are suffering to COVID. Somehow, like, our parents are not allowed to go anywhere. So that's why I stick at home for 2 years. But entire 2 years, I try every possible way to do my dream journey. So every time I'd decide where shall I go, how I manage. Okay, that what is my itinerary. So that's all I'm thinking about. So then I decided in 2022 August, I left my job for traveling, because traveling for me it's not a passion. Like, I want to feel that thing. So that's why I left my job. Somehow I decided I want to go west to east, means Dwarka to Nagaland. So then I booked a ticket from Gwalior to Dwarka. Then I went to Dwarka. I spent almost 3 days there. So I covered so many spiritual places like Great Dwarka, we all hear about, so, and Somnath, and so many spiritual places. And after 3 days, I started my journey at 1st of September. But here's the catch: how I travel. So you all guys think about I took a train or was something. No, I choose by land. Means I prefer to go with locals. Means I'm just hanging a highway and asking for a lift. Can you give me a lift? If they allow me, then I travel with them. Otherwise, I'm still waiting for a lift. And one time I just wait for almost 8 hours. I lose my all hopes. That is the worst thing what I want to do. I quit everything and went to home. But somehow I took a lift. I still remember that the time is 9:30 approx in a night. Where almost I built my tent over there in a platform, that afraid to go there. If I'm talking about Northeast, the locals, that means if I'm talking about our locals are Gujarat, UP. We share our borders with UP and Rajasthan, right? So there people are scared to go there. If I'm talking about Assam, Manipur, they're people are, okay. So when I took a train to Guwahati to Nagaland in a night, so the family who traveled with me then told me that, okay, Himanshu, where do you go? Nagaland. For what purpose? And just for traveling. No, it's not safe to go there. They are literally tell me those things like a goosebumps. Where shall I go or not? It's safe for me because I'm a solo. That's the scary thing for me. So then I said that thing to my mother, Mom, they are saying this kind of thing. So mom said, no need to go anywhere. Just book a ticket and go back to home again. So that I said, okay, let's see what happens. Just reach to a station first. Then after 2 or 3 o'clock, I went for a station. Then people like us. Actually the thing is, we're spreading humors. So if you are treating someone like a people, they also treating like a people. If you're treating like a monster or something, so they also react like that, na? So that's the only thing. That's all from my side, sir. Thank you so much, everyone, and thank you so much for supporting.
A clap for Himanshu. Okay. So we have traveled a lot because of Himanshu. We have gone to Nagaland, we have gone to Assam, we have gone everywhere just because of Himanshu. So thanks to Himanshu. Okay, all I'm kidding right now. So I'm just telling you that Himanshu has just completed 3 months over here. And in just 3 months, he has got the confidence to speak in front of everyone. He is able to speak what he wants to say. He is able to speak what he has experienced about traveling. And he traveled so many places. And he tried his best to make you understand that what I have done and what kind of experience I have got, what kind of people I met, and what kind of food I tried, and what kind of places I visited. So I have few questions for Himanshu that I'm going to ask Himanshu later. But I would like to know that what you experienced when you were listening to Himanshu very carefully and very attentively, because I know very well that when Himanshu was speaking, I was just looking at you and I was just observing your facial expressions, that what kind of attention you are paying, and how deeply, how seriously you are listening to Himanshu. I think all of you are listening to Himanshu very carefully and very attentively. So I have a question for Himanshu, and that is that Himanshu, you have visited so many places, as you have mentioned in your statement, in your experience. Which place you like most, and you want to visit again in future?
So if I'm talking about my favorite place,
Yeah.
so that is Northeast, quite obvious.
That is Northeast. Point to be noted, that is Northeast. Everybody likes Northeast.
But if I'm talking about specifically to Meghalaya,
Meghalaya.
yeah,
Yes.
just because of their culture and
Yes.
their beauty, like such a beauty it is. If I'm talking about like for a visiting place, you have to visit Dauge, the cleanest river ever. And if I'm talking about like,
Okay, just tell me something about Meghalaya only.
I'm talking about a Meghalaya.
Only Meghalaya.
Yeah,
In
only.
Meghalaya, there are so many areas where we can visit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Firstly, you have to visit Root Bridge, and secondly, the Daugi River, the most cleanest river ever, and also like cleanest village ever in Meghalaya. And one more thing,
Yes.
there's a one more village over there, like which we call Blissing Village.
Yes.
So if I'm call you there like by a whistle, your name is like a tone, not a name. If I'm call you like, so they will call you by a surrounding.
Yes.
So that's attract me a lot. And if I'm talking about their culture, so in our culture, head of the family is man, but in Northeast and specifically in Meghalaya, the head of family is women. After a marriage, man left their home and live with their home.
In the manner the Himanshu is speaking, that all you can understand one thing, you are observing one more thing as I'm observing, that if somebody has a lot of thoughts, so it doesn't matter that what language you are using. If you have so many thoughts, if you are sharing your thoughts in Hindi, everybody will listen to you very attentively. If you are unable to speak English, but you know little bit grammar, you know little bit vocabulary, that he is using some words like whistle, like scalding, and some other words he used. But he is able to speak everything, and you guys are able to understand everything what he is saying, because he has so many thoughts about traveling, what he has experienced. That is why he is capable enough to speak what he wants to say. So I can say only one thing, and that is, if you have thoughts, nobody can stop you from speaking. But if you don't have thoughts and you have you have a kind of good communication skill, you can speak English freely, you can speak Hindi as well. But the main thing is that, what about thoughts? If you have thoughts, you can speak in Hindi as well, you can speak in English as well. It doesn't matter that you have good grammar, you have good vocabulary, but if you have thoughts, you can speak it. So I can say only one thing, what I have observed here, what I have experienced here, and what you have experienced here, and that is, you must have thoughts. If you have thoughts, I think I'm unable to stop Himanshu, that Himanshu is going to, exaggerating the topic a lot. I'm unable to stop him because he has so many thoughts. And sometimes what happens, that if you don't have thoughts, you just stop yourself and you just say one thing, and that is, okay sir, this is from my side. So next time when you will come here, pay attention on one thing, that you have ample of thoughts to share with us. Have you understood, guys? Okay, one more thing I'm going to ask you, Himanshu, and that is, you have tasted so many different foods. What is that interesting dish, and what is that interesting food you have tasted, and you have thought that this is the unique thing that I've ever tasted in my life, and you want to share with us?
So if I'm talking about myself,
Yes.
actually the thing is I'm pure vegetarian.
Yes.
So sometimes it's a very disadvantage for me, because in Northeast mostly
Yes.
people like eat non-veg food, that's because of their geographic
Yes.
conditions. So I'm unable to eat their food because I'm pure veg. So if I'm talking about food, so you have to must visit Gujarat. For a vegetarian, there was a literally heaven. Like so many people like making different places. Like if you go that corner, they are making something different, and you never ever tasted.
Yes.
And if you visit like, oh, you seriously, I have lived here, and that corner she made that kind of food. Oh God! So if you are a vegetarian, must visit Gujarat for a food purpose. If you are a non-veg lover, welcome Northeast, and do visit Northeast once in a life.
All we get to know, that is, if someone is vegetarian, he must go to Gujarat. If somebody is non-vegetarian, he must go to Meghalaya and Northeast side, as we have mentioned. So first, we get to know that if you guys are vegetarian, you must go to Gujarat, because the main thing is that, when we are vegetarian, at that point of time, we have to stop ourselves from eating non-veg. And non-veg, somewhere so many people are eating non-veg, and we are stopping ourselves to have non-veg. It's very difficult to stop yourself, because I'm a vegetarian. And whenever I see people who are non-vegetarians, and these people are having fish, and any kind of non-veg, very interestingly, very beautifully, very curiously. And I was like, then my mouth is watering. I want to have that. I want to have that non-veg. But the main thing is that I'm a vegetarian. Somebody stops me from eating that non-veg. It happens with everyone. So if you're a vegetarian, you must go to Gujarat. If you are non-vegetarian, you must go to Meghalaya. Okay, if somebody wants to visit any particular city in MP, then which city they should visit?
If you are really a traveler and want to
Yes.
visit like rural area,
Yes.
I forgot the name.
Okay.
So it's near about Jabalpur.
Okay.
So that is the place where you want to learn about a culture, what actually says
Okay.
our MP culture. So
Okay, another thing
I
is
tell
that
you-
when Himanshu was speaking, and he was using his postures and gestures like this. When he's going somewhere, he's doing like this. When he's going somewhere, he's doing like this. When he's eating something, he's doing like this. You know, postures are very important. Your facial expressions are also very important. When you speak something, if you want to attract the attention of the people, if you want to attract the attention of your audience, you have to use your facial expressions, your hand postures and gestures like this and this and this. If you're doing all these things, people will look at you very curiously, very attentively. But if you're sitting like this and you guys are only speaking and speaking, you are not giving your facial expressions, you are not giving your hand gestures and all that, you do not have any facial expressions on your face, people will not like you, people will not love you, your audience will not love you. So it's very, very important that while speaking, your postures and gestures are very, very important, as Himanshu is doing. He has just completed 3 months. In these 3 months, he has got a lot of experience. Now he is doing all these things. So what I expect from you, I expect from you one thing, that when you come on podium, do not behave like Himanshu. What he is doing, he has his own style. You have different style. But whatever style you maintain, whatever style you have, whatever attitude you have while speaking, always try to give your gestures like this, and like this. It's very important while speaking. So, in today's session, I'm going to end this session, and I hope you love this session. I hope you have experienced a lot of things when you were listening this session, and a lot of things about that or not. Just tell me one thing. Have you experienced? Okay. Thank you so much.